What's up guys, it's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Build It video. Today we're going to be doing a Contest to Mayors walkthrough where I go through and I grade somebody in my training course her choices. So for those of you who are new to the channel or are not subscribed, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We hit 1,400 subs recently, which is awesome. So if anybody here who hasn't already hit that button, make sure you do. And we do have a Facebook page. If you want to join our group on Facebook, type in SimCity Build It MissyAnne and all of the guides, the video links, any updates at all to the game, all that new information is going to be posted on our Facebook page, so make sure that you join that as well. Anybody here who is looking to join our group, we are accepting new people. However, you have to be an active strategic player and you have to be able to message me via Facebook in order to contact me. Send me your city stats, meaning, you know, your level, your storage, you know, what you got going on, so that I can determine if your city is right for the group. We do not accept high-level players with cities that are considered to be garbage, right? So if you have a level 50 city, a bunch of regionals unlocked, and you have like 100 storage, that would be what I would consider to be a garbage city. So make sure that if you're a high-level player, that you are not in a situation where your city is doomed before you decide to try to join our group. Okay, let's get started on this. So, Contest to Mayors. The way that we do this is, first we need to set the scene because this is somebody else's list. So you always want to look at city level, what league they're in, how much time is remaining, and how many tasks are remaining. Those are very important details that you need to have before you can assess to determine which is the correct choice. Okay, we know that she is level 24, and I do not think that she has any leftover experience for residential upgrades. I can't see it in this photo, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't. So we're going to operate assuming she does not. She is camping, so she won't be able to do any upgrades whatsoever. And it's the beginning of the contest. 5 days remaining, 60 tasks. That tells us she's in the Mega League. So let's go ahead and do the task breakdown and the task assessment. A task assessment is where you go through each task, you say what you know about it, and the task breakdown is where you label each task either a main task if it is 2,000 points or higher, no touch if it's something that you're not going to be doing, no touch cancel if it's a high upgrade that you would need to cancel in the future, and a main task. Then you have rotatable task. Okay, so rotatable tasks are tasks that are non-premium or premium, but are opportunities to open up better main tasks. Okay, so let's get started. The very top of the list, there is a streak task. Now this is relatively new to the Contest of Mayors. The way that I have people doing it for now, until we know more about it, is operating under the term that you only do that task if it is a task you would be doing anyways, if you're somebody who's camping. If you're a high-level player, that changes things, okay? But for low-level players, it is extremely risky because what ends up happening is you can do the streak task and then do other tasks, so you don't have to do them all at once. But if you fail a task within the streak, you do not get those bonus points. You only get to keep the points that you earned from the task. Meaning, if she was to do the 800 Paris and then decided she wanted to do something in the list, she can do that. But as long as she makes sure she finishes all the tasks within the streak at some point before that 24-hour timer runs out, she'll be able to bank it on those bonus points. The issue, though, is that you can't see which tasks are going to be coming in during that streak. So if she were to get an upgrade task, basically she would fail that streak and ultimately could have taken less points on those other tasks, right? That being said, what this means is don't take the risk. So eliminate the risk, and to do that and still benefit from the streak would mean all you would have to do is only do the streak tasks when you would be doing them anyways. That way you're not risking anything. It's just, well, I mean, okay, I got an upgrade, but I would have done this task anyways. So there's no risk there, right? Okay, so starting off, we're going to make mental note of that. That is a rotatable task, and it's just going to, sit there for the time being. All right, now we have a upgrade war disaster for 3,000. This particular task is a main task. It is premium. Premium means that it can be worth 3,000 points or higher. It's a limited task, which means that once all of your war upgrade, are done, or you run out of war cards, you're not going to be able to do this task. So you want to be very careful about how many war upgrades you're doing. You should be saving these for the Mega League. Now, Epic Project. She should be preparing her inventory for an Epic Project. Because this task usually comes in a couple of times in a row, it's always advised that you do your Epic, save the remaining points on your Epic for when you get more Epic tasks, and once you get to a point where you've hit gold, then you would wait out that 12-hour cooldown timer, and basically that would be it. You don't want to get an Epic task and then skyrocket, do your Epic super quick, and then have to wait 12 hours and then get another Epic task. Try to cram as many Epic tasks into one Epic project as possible, okay? Now, that is a main task. It is over 2,000 points. It is the obvious choice in this setting because it's 2,000 points. Okay. The gold keys are sitting at 2,000 points. This is a non-premium task. However, because it's at its 2,000 place value, we have value within we have value opportunity. Value opportunity is that place value there. Okay, so you're limited to the number of 2K placements that you're allowed to have in one list, which they may have increased that. We're not 100% sure yet, but we are seeing more 2K task possibilities this last week. Could be a fluke, but just know that you could possibly have more than 4, going forward. That being said, that is a main task. It is 2,000 points or higher. So, moving down the list, we have a repair disaster. This is non-premium. It is always in your list, same as the keys for the most part, except for repair usually comes back much faster and of a lower value than the keys. So if keys and repair are of equal value, we would pick keys over repair. Now, they're not of equal value, so keys would definitely be before the repair. So that would make the repair a rotatable task because it is below 2,000 points. The upgrade design challenge should have been marked as a no touch. She marked it as an R, probably because she had just enough experience to do it if she wanted to. I do not recommend this because the VP on this task, value possibility, is 2,400. Meaning if she does it, she wastes experience, and it has the possibility to come back worth 2,400 points, and it's already there worth 1,600. So why take the risk of it coming back worth even more points and blocking up even more on your list? So that should be labeled no touch. That is the first mistake. Now she has a flower task. At this point, you would go to your barn and start cycling flour into your CoM prep. If she did not prep flour, let's say she prepped melons, she would pick up 1 melon and place down 1 flower. She should have had 10 melons made, saying that's what she chose. She should have had 10 made, 1 producing. Using the yellow arrows above the shops, you can cycle and place down a new item without having to collect all of the ones that are already complete. This will shave off some downtime for future tasks. So what she should be doing is picking up 1 melon, or whatever it is that she prepped, and placing down 1 flower. This basically makes it to where if she were to get a task for whatever it is that she prepped, and she had already started flour, that she would be able to do that without having to pick up all the stuff that she already prepped and possibly end up with a task for that and then be screwed. Okay, so scrolling down here, she has a Latin American home for 1,200. This is the lowest value this can be. This one has a VP of 3,600, so it's excellent that it's at this points value. Now, the minerals at 1,080, that is a rotatable task. It is something that she can use to open up a main task when those are all gone. And my guess is she probably prepped feed, so she would leave the feed sit for now because this is still a ways away to even do, and it only takes 30 minutes. So there's no sense in, you know, junking up like 6 hours worth of feed right now, right? We can wait and see what's going on. Okay, launch attacks in Club Wars. Now this task is for 1,000 points. It's a rotatable premium task. It is a limited task, meaning it can only be done during war. So you would want to be aware of that before war ends to make sure that you rotate it in at some point. Now, we have a launch disaster for, or launch disasters on the monster for 1,000. This is a no touch. You can cross this off for the duration of the contest. You will not touch the monster if he's under 2,000 points. Okay. Launch disaster VU for 1,000. That one is a premium task. It has a VP of 3,000, so value possibility of 3,000. And it is a good way to open up some points and some premiums. If it is there worth a low value, you rotate it in and it comes back worth a low value. Maybe hold off on rotating it again if it just keeps coming in worth a low value, and rotate in something else. The cargo is a rotatable task. The cargo has a VP of 1,800, so it is, you know, slightly low, but it usually doesn't repeatedly come back, so it can be a good opportunity to open up, you know, some future tasks. Okay, so that concludes our task assessment. Now, based on our task assessment, we would look at our main tasks here. Our main tasks are the top 3. And of the top 3, which one is highest in value, highest in opportunity, highest in value op? It is limited. It has a possibility of being worth 3,000. It is all around the first choice. 3,000 war delivery or war disaster is the obvious first choice. Okay? So, that's her task assessment. We're not going to read that right now. So she does the 3,000 war card upgrade, and she gets a 1,000 delivery to Tokyo. Now, what we would do is we would mark this task a premium rotatable option. It has a VP of 3,000, so obviously it can be worth 3,000 points. It's definitely a good rotatable option, meaning as long as that task sits there, it cannot come in worth 3,000 points. So you just got to be aware of how many low premiums you have in your list, because the more low premiums you have, the less likelihood you have of them coming in worth a high value. Okay, so moving down the list, which one is the next in value, value op, and op? Well, opportunity isn't super great on an epic project. However, it is decent, and it's there with 2,400 points. It's the highest in value op, and highest in everything. It's also a limited task, right? Because once you run out of homes, you can't, you know, do any more epics until you upgrade. So you want to be very careful on how many of these you're doing. And you want to save as many points as possible when doing your epics. So this is the obvious next choice. Okay? So she does the epic. Now, after doing the epic project, she gets an 1,800 on the tables. Now, she says she's choosing tables for better op than keys. This is her first mistake, and I'm going to explain why. So, if you look here, she still has a main task in her list, right? So, this would have been labeled with an R because it's below 2,000 points. The one below that would have been labeled with an R, and then the one below that is the keys, and it would have been labeled with an M. It is a main task. You don't move to your rotatable tasks until all of your main tasks are gone, right? Unless for whatever reason you can't do your main task and you can't cancel. Let's say that was a monster for 2,000 and he was 1 day away. Then and only then would we move to our rotatable options. Now, under this circumstance, what she would be doing is she would be doing the contest of mayor's math. She would take out a piece of paper, like what we've done on the whiteboard, okay? And because I don't have the camera set up just yet to do this for you guys, I am going to have anybody here who really, you know, wants to see how this would work during the contest of mayor's math, go ahead and pause the video and grab a piece of paper and a pen. So I want to make sure that you guys really understand what's going on here. So what you're going to do is you're going to write out, hang on just a second here, let me find my pen. I had it at one point. Ow, Jesus, it got so hot here, you have no idea. Okay, so what you're going to do is we're doing task versus task comparison. We're not doing it in a list format, okay, because that takes a little while. Right now, we're going to do task versus task. So you're going to write out tables for 1800 versus the keys for 2000, okay? Now, along the top of your paper, write V, then VO, O, so value, opportunity, and opportunity. You're going to write VP, DT, G, L. Okay, so value on the tables and the keys. Which one is higher? Keys is higher. So next to the keys, you're going to put value high. Next to the table, you're going to put value low. Value opportunity is higher on the keys and lower on the tables. Now opportunity. Keys has less op than tables. So you would write a down arrow on the op for keys and an up arrow on the tables. Value possibility is 2400 on the keys and about 2000 on the tables is the highest you're going to see it. Downtime for tables, you know, I'm assuming she hadn't prepped them, you know, a couple hours unless she runs a token. Keys is quick, so there's no downtime. What's going on in your game? Anything going on in the game that would cause any problems? No. And are either of these limited tasks? That is no. So looking at this, the keys have a +2 on the arrows, and the tables have a +1. That being said, what are we looking at now? We're comparing value. Oh, that's what we forgot. Value difference, VD. The value difference is 200 points. So we're comparing the value difference of 200 points. So keys are at 2000, tables are at 1800. Okay? That being said, 200 points is the difference versus op. So what she's saying is she's willing to sacrifice these 200 points for better opportunity. Now this is wrong, and I'm going to tell you why it's wrong. Because there's still opportunity within the value here. It is a 2000 point task. It is a main task. It's holding one of her valuable 2K placements. So the opportunity that she is referring to here is actually, it cancels itself out when you look at the value opportunity. There's no reason whatsoever why you should leave a 2000 point task that you could do to do a 1800 point task. That those 200 points to have a little bit better opportunity for tasks to come in versus that place value. Meaning, had she done the keys first, she would have opened up that place value for when she would have rotated the tables. She would have had a better opportunity when she rotated the tables because now she opened up that place value. So that is her first mistake. Okay, moving on, she does the tables and she gets a 2400 regular residential upgrade. Now, I'm going to assume that she does not have enough experience to do this because she wrote no touch cancel, right? Okay, so now she goes with the keys. Yes, this is correct under these circumstances. That would be the right choice. Now she gets caps for 1920. So this is obviously the correct choice because it's the highest in value and it's the highest in opportunity. So proceeding on, she gets a 2400 epic. Now this is exactly why I tell you guys to hold on to your epic points. Okay, so now this would put this current epic at 120 points, meaning she has 80 points left on this particular epic project. Okay, now she gets a veggies task for 1560. Now this is the correct choice. It's the highest in value value opportunity, and highest in op. She gets plastic for $17.40. That is correct. So, okay, so now she gets chemicals. Now the chemicals meets that 1,500 to 1,600 place value. That 1,600 place value. So what she would do is, she should have prepped about 20 because she has 40 slots available in her factories at her level, and then it's asking for 59. So she wrote prep 15. That was wrong. She should have wrote prep 19 or 20. I usually prep more than what it asks for, just a couple, in case you accidentally collect one or in case the game doesn't count properly. But what she's saying is she's prepping the second half first so that she can proceed on with her other tasks, and that way if she gets another factory task like metal or whatever, she still has some open slots. It doesn't make sense to take out all 40 slots and then do the 19, right? She can do the 19 first and then go ahead and fill up her factory so that she has things to do while she's idle. When she collects the first half, she'll be stuck doing that task anyway, so it makes full sense why she would allow her factories to be idle at that point, or her game. Okay, so prepping half of the first half is correct, and moving down the list, she would go with her next highest option that is the best opportunity. So what we're looking at here, she's got a 1,600 repair. Now, because 1,600 is right around that 2K place value, it is good that she went with this to get it out of the way. So that is correct. Okay, now she gets another epic project. So now she is at 160 on that epic project, which is good. She can get that taken care of. I don't know why it's not letting me scroll to the next one like it normally does. Hang on. Why is it doing that? Oh, come on, don't do that to me. Okay, right here. All right, that's the bottom of her list. Okay, all right, now she gets a, wait a minute, why did she do that? Hold on, what the hell did she do? Why is it doing this? Here, get that out of the way. Why did she do that? Okay, she wrote something. Bottom of list that has epic at the top. Okay, so for whatever reason, she didn't do this epic for 1,600 when she had points left. That is a big mistake. That didn't make sense because war was not ending yet. Or shouldn't have been ending yet. Okay, I'm going to mark that as a mistake. Even if war was ending soon, she had plenty of time to do that epic. Okay, so she gets a 3K war card, which is the game leveling her out, which is correct. Now she gets the repair for 16. She goes with the chemicals. I don't know why she let that epic sit. Delivery to London for 3,000. That's correct. I don't know what the U means. So she gets a 3K upgrade. Now at this point, she has two options. She can either let this sit for a couple rotations to see if she's going to get smashed with a bunch of upgrades, and in this, and then try to cancel, or she can go ahead and try to cancel now and see what happens. Oh, the U means upgrade. Okay. Basically, Okay, here's another mistake. What in the heck is she thinking? What? Okay, so she's got a repair for 1,600. And she's got an epic for 1,600. And she chooses to do the flower for 280 points. No, even more. Yeah. Okay. This is a big mistake. So what she should have done is she should have got the repair or the epic done and taken care of. Now, I don't understand why she didn't do that epic project. I want to say that maybe what she did was she accidentally over donated points by a few and was unable to do it. But even if it was on a cooldown, she should have went with the repair because it's at 1,600. Okay, so that was a mistake. Now she gets the chemicals at 15, lets them sit. Now she's marked the repair as a last resort rotatable. That is wrong because of its place value. When it's at 1,200, or yeah, you can't have lower. So when it's at 1,200 is when you let these sit until you get to your tickets, because basically what ends up happening with that is eventually they're going to come back, and when they do, they're at some point they're going to loop back around for the 1,200, and at that point you're just wasting, you know, a bunch of tasks basically. But when it's at 1,600, 2,000, or 2,400, they need to be rotated because they're holding up those good place values. So that being said, she should have done the repair if she couldn't do the epic project. So she goes with the VU. She gets the war card upgrade again. So again, this is the game leveling her out. She picked a 1K task and got a 3K task. That equals 4,000 for 2 tasks. So that's a 2K average on those tasks. Now, she's got she got a 2K VU, which would make that a main task. So now she would do that. Now, she's done a couple rotations so far, and nothing has come in for an upgrade. She should be canceling that upgrade now because nothing's coming in, and it's holding up her list here. So she gets a 1560 on the paint, and she goes for the epic project. Okay, see, now this means that she got through that 12-hour downtime, and she chose epic over paint. Now this is incorrect. The reason it's incorrect is because if you do the contest of mayor's math, what you'll see here is paint is at 1560 with better op. Okay, so lower value op, then I mean, we're talking about a value difference of 40 points. So to gain 40 points, she did a task with less opportunity and used one of her limited tasks. She should have held off and just got the paint done. Okay, that being said, she did the epic. I told her to try one more rotation and then cancel. So she got that glue, which she does the glue. Are you freaking serious? I am so sick and tired of this happening. You have no clue. I don't know why it does that on some of them. It's starting to tick me off. Anybody here who is submitting your guys' tasks through this, we're going to have to work something out so that you use the right program, because this is stupid. Okay. So she gets wood, and she cancels the upgrade. She gets her 1,600 epic, which I'm assuming she does. Which at this point, she already opened up the epic project, so she might as well do it. Okay, now she got Okay, see now this. All right, yeah, this one I told her she made a mistake on throughout the week. So in this case, she had a 1560 on tape, she had a 1500 on wood, and she had a 1600 on the repair. She's got 3 tasks that are at least 500 to 600 points higher than what she chose. Plenty of opportunity here. So when I asked her why she did this, she said she was trying to open things up. That is what gets me about people. Think about this for a minute. You're trying to open things up, but what you're not realizing is you have things opened up. This is not a list that I would consider to be bad or not giving you anything good. This is an excellent list. So trying to open things up when they're already opened up is just taking less points when you don't need to, right? In this case, she has plenty of tasks that she could rotate that are of higher value that bring equal or better opportunity than what she chose. So it just doesn't make sense to take less points when you have better opportunity and better points above. Okay, so in this case, what she should have done is looked at what she had done in her shops and her factories, and then depending on which ones she had complete, let's say she was working on the paint and it wasn't quite done yet, she could go with the wood or the tape even. So whatever one, because they're all within 60 points of each other. Any of these that she could get done quickly is what I would do. Okay, she does the delivery to London and she gets a 2400 epic. Now again, this I don't understand. Why did she pick the paint when she had a 2400 epic? Because she did the epic for 40 and 40. That's 80 points. She had plenty of points left to do this epic, and she didn't do it. So that is a big mistake there. Okay. Oh my man. Now she gets feed. 38 feed for 1520. I don't know what time it is for her, but if it's bedtime, what she would want to do is just prep all 40. If it's not quite bedtime, then just wait until it is bedtime to start that prep and work on the other tasks. Again, she should have done that freaking epic project. I don't know why she didn't, but she needs to get that repair taken care of as well soon. But because paint or tape offers better opportunity and is only 40 points difference, yeah, she can go ahead and do that. So she does that. Now she goes for the repair. She got a 3600 Old Town. The value possibility on this is 3600, meaning it's at its highest value. So that sucks. Now she gets a 3 kVU, which she does. Now she gets a 3K London, so she does that. And now she gets a 2120 on the textiles. Now, that being said, wait a minute. 3 days, 22 hours. When did she, how long ago did she have that? That last epic that she did. 4 days, 8 hours. Yeah, she's not saving enough points on her epic project. I'm gonna have to talk to her about that. Okay, so at this point, what she should do, depending on the time of day, and that's where, when you're doing your contest of mayors math, when you go to the game category, the one labeled G, that's where you would list what's going on in your game that would have an effect on your choice. So in this case, if it was nighttime, she'd be prepping feed. If it wasn't nighttime and she had 6 hours until bed, she would prep the second half of the textiles, collect them, then do the first half, then do the feed at night. Okay? It looks like she's able to do that epic project, so she does that. Gets a 3K Tokyo, which is correct. Why doesn't it let me scroll? Okay. Now she gets a 2,000 point epic. So the 60 and 50, that leaves her with 100, or that's 110 points. That leaves her with 90 on her epic left over. Okay, so she's got sugar at 2360, textiles at 2120, 3,600 on the old town. It's been sitting there for a while. She needs to cancel that 3,600 old town. Is what she needs to do. So she cancels that. Ooh, yuck. She gets a 3,000 Paris. Okay, so now she needs to leave it and start clearing out some of these. She's at 28 tasks remaining, so it looks like this is going to be some of her downtime here soon. She gets another epic, which she completes for 2,000. More deliveries for 3,000, which is right. She gets a launch shield buster for 2,000, which is correct. And then she gets another 2,400 epic. So she's not going to be able to do that one because she's out of points. So now she bumps to the sugar for 2360. Now, see, the reason I'm going to call this one a mistake is because she should have prepped the textiles before this and should have been doing that before this. So that being said, the sugar does take longer. It is worth more points, but she should have had those textiles prepped and banked in on them. Now, she does the sugar. She gets a 3K war attack. Okay. Now, in this case, she's got an epic for, 2,400, which is still on an 8-hour cooldown. She's got 3 tasks, 3 upgrades worth 2,000 points or higher. And then she's got those minerals down at the bottom she can still rotate in if she needs to. She does the epic project. She gets coins for 1,500. That is a last resort rotatable, so she would not do that. She has feed ready because she had just woken up, so feed would be her next choice, which is correct. And of course the damn thing doesn't want to let me scroll again. I am so sick and tired of this. We're getting these people a new system because this is stupid. Okay. Where were we at? Okay, right here. So she does the feed. She gets a 2,000 delivery to Tokyo, which she completes that. Now she gets a 1,600 keys. So let's reassess her list. Okay. So at this point, she's got keys for 1,600 and wood for 1,500. Those are her 2 highest possibilities. Okay. So what we're talking about is a value difference of 100 points versus op. So basically, she can open up better opportunity with the wood, but she can bank in an extra 100 points on the keys. She might as well just do the damn keys to get it out of the way. Get those extra 100 points. Now she gets a epic project for 1,600. Now at this point, because she's had so many epics and they've been coming in worth a pretty decent value, she needs to just be aware of that and make mental note that you don't want to burn through too many epics, but if they are giving her ones worth good value, then it is a good idea to continue rotating them. Okay, so at this point, she does that cancellation on the 3,000 upgrade. Now, this is her contest to mayor's math, so let's look at what she has going on here. When she did the, hold on. So she chose Epic based on this. So let's see what her math is. So she's got gold keys at 16. She puts value up. So this is in list format. So value up. Anything 15 or higher gets value up on op and value. Now the keys opportunity is down. Epic is okay. That is correct. Coins is down on op. That is correct. Wood is a premium task and +3 on that. So basically it comes down to the Epic and the wood. Okay, so wood is 1,500. Epic is 1,600. She's got Epic at higher in value, lower in op. Value difference is 100. Game is 21 hours left. Downtime is non-existent. Value possibility is 2,400. Okay, so in this case, Epic is the correct choice because she's comparing that 100 points and her time limit of 21 hours to a little bit better op with the wood. So yes, Epic is correct because she's on a timer. Okay, so she does the Epic. Now she picks keys. So she does the keys and she gets another Epic for 16. It's looking like loop territory now. Now she gets keys for 2,000, which she does. That's correct. Epic for 2,400, which she does. Okay, now she gets a repair for 16 and a wood for 15. So the repair has lower opportunity than the wood. Now in this case, it's even lower than the keys. Given the fact she's been working that same doorway for a while, it's actually going to benefit her more to get that wood rotated since it's been a while. So yes, I agree with that decision on the wood. She's got a upgrade, or not upgrade, attack in Club Wars. And as she stated a few hours back, you know, war would be ending relatively soonish. So it's worth 2,000. It's a main task. That is absolutely the correct choice here. Missy's gonna break this frickin' phone, I can tell you that. Okay. So she gets a 3K VU. I hope you guys can see it this way so I don't have to keep doing this. So she gets a 3,000 VU, which is correct. That makes it the main task. Then she gets a upgrade war card. That is correct. And then she gets a 1,800 spatulas, which is correct. Okay, now she has... What did she do? Hold on. Trying to figure out why she did all this math. What she's got going on here. Oh, this is for her cancellation. So, let's look at what she's got going on. So, in list format, 2 days, 8 hours, 8 tasks left, level 24. Let's see. Epic is limited time. 2,000 rotatable, okay, +3. Repair. Value up, value up. Okay, alright, hold on. So now she brings it down to task comparison. So in this case, what what people are doing, think of it like a fraction. You're reducing the list each time based off of your assessments. So when you start with the list format, essentially you say, okay, out of this list, these are my options. Then out of these options, these are the best options, and just keep reducing it down until you get to a point where you have one task remaining. Now in this case, you can, when you do your task versus task comparison, there's 3 steps, okay? There's the list format, and then it comes, well, there could be 3 steps. Then it comes down to task versus task. Or you may have 3 or 4 choices. So the first thing she needs to do is reduce this down to 2. So epic, repair, coins, or cancel regular upgrade. So the coins is obviously out. That's a -3, right? So we can cross that off that list. The repair is also out because it's a -3. There's little value, little op, little everything. So it comes down to epic or cancel regular residential upgrade. So what she should do is write her math out that says C regular, okay, and then versus epic. So she would be canceling that 2400 regular residential to open up one of her 2K place values. The value possibility on this is 2400, so it can't come back with a higher value. So she can either only end up, the worst case scenario, she cancels and it comes back worth 2400 points. Best case scenario, she cancels, it stays gone and gives her a better opportunity because it opens up that 2K place value. She's willing to risk the one task, the one cancellation of basically -2000 points, because that's essentially the average that you want to obtain is 2000. So you consider a cancellation a negative of 2000 on your average, and in her case the epic project is at 2000 points. Now I would not, unless that epic project was on a timer or on a cooldown, I would not have canceled that regular residential. I would have done the epic project for 2000 points. Reason being is the whole goal here is to open up one of your 2K place values. By doing that epic project, she is also opening up a 2K place value. So she can avoid that cancellation and do the epic and still get the same thing done, the same thing accomplished. And then if she stopped getting, good tasks or whatever, then she would go to the point where she would cancel that regular residential. You want to try to avoid canceling as much as possible. So, okay, yeah, she was on a cooldown, so it looks like that's why she did that. So, canceling that regular residential, yeah, that was probably a good idea. So she cancels that. She gets a 3600 on the legendary attack, which she does, which is great. That's a high premium. Now she has this situation where she's still waiting on the epic project, I'm assuming. And let's see. So she's got the repair for 16, and she's got that minerals that's been sitting there at the bottom for a while, and the repairs come in worth 1600 points quite a few times. So it might be wise to rotate those in soon if it keeps coming back worth that 1600 value. But for now, just keep proceeding on. She gets sugar for 2240, which is correct. She's going to have to take that downtime. Okay, now she's able to do that epic project for 2000, which she does. She gets a launch common war attack, which she does for 2400. Repair for 2000, which is good. Oh my god, I'm so sick of this happening. Looks like that time I didn't quite need to go back. Yeah, we're definitely going to have a different system next time we do this. Okay, so, let's see. Delivery to London for 2,000. That is her next main option. That is correct. Upgrade 3,000. Now, it just came in worth 3,000 points, so I would have held off on canceling it just... Oh, wait, no. She's on her tickets. So when you get to your tickets, you want to try to avoid canceling. Your rules of rotation shift, right? It now becomes more about value over op, because you're running out of tasks anyways, so op only does you so good. So yes, canceling is correct in this choice here. So she gets a delivery to London for 3,000, which is good. She went ahead and did that. Ticket 2, she got a medal task for 1,500. Now, in this case, this is actually a mistake. Unless, what she should have done is, because she has 1 day and 14 hours, it could be a mistake. This is where I would like to see her math and have her write it out. Because what she could have done is prepped that second half of the glass, which I'm assuming she did, is she prepped the 5 or 10 glass that she needed extra and went with the medal. Now, if she had enough time, she could have waited for the glass if she wanted to, but I would have went ahead with the medal because she is prepping that the second half of the glass. That being said, that is quite a bit of downtime, and depending on your war schedule and what you got going on, you don't want to end up in a situation where you take a bunch of downtime and then you're unable to do any other tasks because you took too much downtime during your active war. So that is correct. She should have done the medal, which she does. She gets epic for 2,400, which she does. She gets 1,680 on the shovels, which is correct. Then she does the 1,800 on the glass, takes her 5-hour downtime, and she gets a 1,600 repair, which at this point, this damn thing's been coming back a lot. However, she's already on to her tickets. Value trumps up, so she's going to go ahead with the repair. 2,400 on the regular, or on the legendary attack, which is exactly why you need to be careful and make sure you have enough war time left over, and this is exactly why you should move quickly. Now she gets a 2,000 VU, which she completes, which is correct. Then she's on ticket number 9, and she gets a delivery to London, which is 2,000, which is correct. She is on ticket 10, another launch VU for 2,000. Gets a war card disaster for 3,000. Now she gets a textiles for 1,480. So at this point, she needs to look down her list and see what else she has available. She has coins for 1,500. She didn't show very many bottom pictures here on the list. So where was the last one she sent? Jesus. Yeah, try to, like I've told these trainees so many times, you guys got to send bottom pictures, you know. I remember she had the minerals down there, but let's see, what have we got here? So yeah, that's still the correct choice though, is the coins for 1,500 because of the rules of rotation. She's on her tickets. She's going for value, not op. Okay. Delivery for war is 1,500. That is correct. Epic for 2,000, which is correct. And that was her final, which put her at a total of 143,350 points for 75 total tasks done. She did really good this week. Despite those couple of bad choices, those couple of mistakes, she should have... you know, basically, she did good. All right, she did good. She made a couple mistakes. She'll watch this video and hopefully correct those mistakes. I'm going to be teaching more Contest to Mayor's math and get this out to you guys. Please try to use this. It is super duper helpful for you guys. It will make things easier. I know it sounds confusing and it looks confusing, but it's really not as confusing as it looks. It does make things a lot easier. So at least give it a try. Try to do your, try to practice. Just open up a list, your list right now if you want, and just try to practice on reducing your list down until you get to a point where you get the right choice. Okay? Or see if you can play alongside some of these walkthroughs and, you know, get the choices done, work through it with, you know, alongside and try that. There's also contest estimators tests that I have out if you're wanting to try to see what you've learned or whatever. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.